Oh man, what a big day yesterday. I wonder how today's gonna go. Huh? Wait, I don't really agree because Tails saving Station Square was referenced as a great achievement by Sonic and Frontiers. Wait, what? Frontiers? Oh my, I completely forgot about. Oh. No! No! Fuck! Wait, no, wait! Fuck! Shit! Hello everyone, welcome to Tails Nexus, the place where, despite being a massive Tails fan, I'm always digging deeper into his character. Now, you all absolutely blew up my last video on Tails' lack of appreciation, and a lot of you pointed out one major factor that I didn't fully explore. And that's, well, Sonic Frontiers might just be the game that finally does Tails justice. Now, let's take a look back at my previous video and the discussions it sparked. A lot of you, and I mean a lot of you, pointed out that Tails' recognition, or lack thereof, isn't as black and white as I initially framed it out. For example, commenters Extreme Fan and Sussex Flakes brought up a key point about Sonic Adventure 2. In my evaluation of Tails' achievements, I focused on how his victory over Eggman went largely unnoticed, but in reality, there were far bigger things happening at the time. I mean, think about it. Who actually witnessed Tails' moment of triumph? Just Eggman himself, let's be real, who wouldn't exactly be eager to spread that news, and Amy, who is still reeling from Sonic's presumed death. And right after his fight, the entire Bio-Lizard situation completely took over. And honestly, that kind of does overshadow Tails' victory. I mean, stopping Eggman is one thing, stopping an ancient prototype superweapon about to obliterate the planet is another. However, this video isn't about Sonic Adventure 2. No, today's topic is Sonic Frontiers, the game that you guys have practically demanded I cover. And you know what? Fair is fair. I should cover Frontiers, because it finally brings Tails back into the spotlight, and, after 2 decades, gives him long overdue closure. So, what is Sonic Frontiers? What does it mean for Tails? And honestly, what does it mean for the future of Sonic as a franchise? For me, Sonic Frontiers is essentially Sonic Adventure 4. And before you ask, yes, I do think Sonic Adventure 3 already exists. It's just a little, controversial. Yep, Sonic 06 was supposed to be Sonic Adventure 3. Whew! Feels good to finally say that out loud. But hey, that's just my hot take. If you got your own, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Sonic Frontiers picks up after the events of Team Sonic Racing and Sonic Forces, marking a fresh start for the series. Sega has sworn to take Sonic lore much more seriously, even going as far as to create an entire department solely dedicated to untangling the chaotic spaghetti that is the Sonic timeline. May Gaia have mercy on their souls. The game kicks off with Dr. Eggman approaching a strange, ancient construct with a device in hand. My man out here is hunting damn Pokemon in the middle of the night. Guess the gym badges are better at night, huh, Doc? His fancy new toy does some weird, strange stuff and summons creatures we've never seen before. Some kind of mystical IKEA furniture reject army. Naturally, this flawless plan backfires in a spectacular fashion, sucking our genius doctor straight into the obelisk. Probably had it coming. Cut to presumably the next day. Sonic, Tails, and Amy are soaring through the skies on the Tornado 2, setting the stage for one of the most ambitious Sonic stories in years. Now, something immediately stands out. These guys sound far more mature than in previous games.
You tracked the Chaos Emeralds here, right? Let's find out what drew them here.
It's like they finally hit the Sonic version of puberty. But before we can even process that, they get yeeted in some weird rift portal, and boom, Green Hill Zone again. I swear to Chaos, this damn place just won't die. Like, did we forget other locations like Emerald Hill exist? Was Sega legally obligated to make sure every game starts here? Anyway, after blazing through it, we cut to Sonic face down in the dirt again. Fantastic start. He gets up and is immediately greeted by a cryptic, disembodied voice that exists purely to give vague instructions with no actual direction.
Find the Chaos Emeralds. Destroy the Titans. Tear down the walls between dimensions.
From here, Sonic does a bunch of cool stuff. Sega teaches us how to solve puzzles like we're 3-year-olds, and we finally get to explore a much cooler map, with fewer annoying pop-ups reminding us that we're clearly too stupid to play this masterpiece. Like dead set, Sega thinks we need help remembering how to breathe.
Press A to jump. Press B to attack. Blink occasionally so your eyeballs don't dry out and fall out of your skull.
Look, I appreciate a tutorial, but mate, I'm not a goldfish. Let me play the damn game. I won't go any further into the gameplay or story. Gotta leave something for you to experience yourself. All jokes aside, Sonic Frontiers took a bold new direction, and honestly, I think it landed fantastically. Solid 10 out of 10 from me. Now, let's all pretend that I just pulled off the smoothest, most masterful transition of all time. So clean, so seamless, that you didn't even notice we were shifting topics. Because now, we need to talk about how Sonic Frontiers saves Tails. And I don't mean just, oh wow, Tails gets some good moments. No, I mean Frontiers looked at this poor guy trapped in an endless cycle of self-doubt and psychic syndrome and said, hey buddy, what if you stopped hating yourself? And thank Chaos for that, because if Frontiers hadn't stepped in, I was about 5 seconds away from launching a Tails emergency rehabilitation program. The little dude's been through too much. Now, I think it's best to approach Frontiers in the same way it approaches itself. No jokes, no goofs. Because this game, it's somber. Surprisingly so. I've played through it twice now, and honestly, I don't know how I forgot the experience. But now that it's fresh in my mind, I don't even know where to begin. I guess the best place is with a simple admission. I was wrong. Completely, utterly wrong. Tails isn't underappreciated. At least, not anymore. He was at the time, but Frontiers shifts the entire perspective. A perspective that, honestly, I'm embarrassed I never mentioned. But now's my chance to fix that. Because Frontiers doesn't just fix Tails, it redeems Amy and Knuckles too. Finally treating them as characters in their own right instead of just Sonic's friends. I will probably cover Amy and Knuckles in their own dedicated videos later on, because Frontiers does more than just fix Tails, it redeems all of Sonic's friends and gives them the depth they've been missing. But today, I want to focus solely on Tails and how this game completely reshapes him as a character. Now, Frontiers doesn't shy away from Tails' struggles. It openly acknowledges his self-doubt and how, for years, he's seen himself as nothing more than Sonic's tag-along sidekick. His insecurities hit hard when he brings up Sonic Forces and how helpless he felt back then.
It's like how I couldn't handle it after Infinite attacked. One wrong turn and I fall apart.
Whoa, what?
Sonic is caught off guard, like he just got hit with something he wasn't expecting. Right away, he realizes that something is weighing on Tails, something that's been eating away at him for a long, long time.
You've got me worried, Tails. You want to talk?
Not right now. Let's just focus on finding the emeralds.
As they continue walking, Tails wrestles with his thoughts, before finally breaking the silence, asking a question that feels like it's been building for years.
Sonic, am I a burden to you?
Sonic tries to brush it off, playing it cool like he always does, but Tails doesn't let it go.
Wow, and how did you come to this well-thought-out concern?
Whenever there's a crisis, I'm either running away or standing on the sidelines. You're always rescuing me when all I do is follow you around.
Hey, who was it who stopped Eggman from blowing up Station Square, huh? And who broke me out of prison, or saved me from the Deadly Six's trap?
Then I'm wildly inconsistent.
Dude, relax. You've got brains like Eggman, speed like me, and can fly with your butt. It's okay if you still need help sometimes. That's just part of growing up.
When did you get to be so insightful?
I have my moments.
They say the bridge is out.
I'm sure we can fix that. I'll have a look around.
This moment, this one moment, isn't just important, it's everything. For the first time, Tails says it out loud. Not just implied, not just hinted at, he directly questions his worth. And he says it to Sonic, the person he looked up to since the very beginning. That's not just doubt. That's years of bottled up insecurity finally breaking through. But this scene isn't just about Tails. It's about us. It's Sonic Team saying, we hear you. We see the problem. They know Tails has been underutilized, sidelined, and written off in past games. And this is them fixing it. They want the Tails of today to be more than just a sidekick. They want to make him matter. For Tails, this is more than just a big moment. It's huge. Words can't fully capture how much this scene means for him as a character. Yeah, it was long overdue, but as the saying goes, better late than never. Tails' struggle and self-worth isn't just some minor character arc. It's real, and it hits hard in a Sonic game. Sure, we've seen emotional moments before, like Blaze and Sonic Rush struggling to open up and make friends, but this isn't just inspirational. This is raw. This is painful. And honestly, watching this scene again, I had to fight back tears. And I gotta give Sonic some serious respect here. For a character known for being cocky, carefree, and always rushing ahead, he takes on a completely different role, one of true selflessness. He doesn't just listen to Tails, he's there for him. Even in the middle of his own suffering, while cyber corruption is eating away at him, he still finds the strength to support his closest friend. And that's what makes their bond so much more than just good buddies. Sonic isn't just some oblivious hero who drags his friends along for the ride. He sees them, he values them, and despite everything he's going through, despite the literal pain he's feeling, he still puts Tails first. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. Tails was the last friend Sonic had to help at this point, meaning his cyber corruption was at its worst. He was barely holding himself together. Yet even then, even in his weakest state, he still had the strength to be there for Tails. That's not just friendship. That's admiration. That's family. And it's just more proof that I was completely wrong about Tails. I have no idea how they did it, but in just a single part of this game, they completely changed my perception of Sonic. Seriously, Frontiers isn't just another entry in the series, it's important. After helping the engineer Coco find peace, Sonic takes a moment to say something to Tails, something that, honestly, needed to be said.
I'm proud of you. Don't forget that.
I won't.
This is more than just a nice moment. This is the Sonic series stepping into something new. No more endless goofy antics. No more one-liner insults at Eggman just for laughs. This is proof that the series is evolving, taking its first real step towards something more mature. This isn't just a game for kids. It's for us, the fans who've been here since the very beginning, back when Sonic was just a lone hedgehog dashing through Green Hill to stop a mustached menace. This isn't just the Tails redemption arc, it's proof that Sonic is growing up. And maybe, just maybe, it's proof that the Sonic we've always wanted is finally here. I really gotta hand it to Frontiers. They took the bond between Sonic and Tails and dialed it up big time. You can really feel how much trust these two have for each other. It's not just blind loyalty, it's built on experience, challenges, and a history of always having each other's backs. And the game actually questions that trust. Sage, the ever-mysterious cyber oracle, straight up asks Tails why he follows Sonic.
Miles per hour. You've known Sonic most of your life.
Yeah, and?
Your imprisonment within cyberspace. The defeat of the Ancients' Titans. Do you trust how he is handling it? With your life?
Of course. I'll admit he isn't perfect, but Sonic has overcome impossible odds over and over again. I know he'll save us all.
So you're saying you have faith in him?
It's not a matter of faith. I've got a lifetime of data to back up my observations.
Your loyalty is founded on empirical data. I can appreciate that. The feelings he inspires in you and the others. Is that a facet of being alive? And yet all your love and loyalty will amount to nothing. It cannot be prevented.
And that's just the thing. Tails isn't just some tag-along sidekick anymore. He's more independent, more willing to challenge Sonic when he sees fit. We saw a glimpse of this in Lost World, but here, it feels more natural. Like he's truly coming into his own, instead of just following orders. He makes his own calls, and Sonic respects that. It's a far cry from something like Forces where Tails was sidelined entirely. Here you see their bond in action. Sonic trusts Tails to handle himself, and Tails trusts Sonic, even when he's unsure. That back and forth makes their dynamic feel earned, not just assumed. It's then later addressed when Sonic checks in with Tails to see how he's doing, and the response doesn't just tell us, no, it proves to us the growth of this character.
Hey, little bro. Feeling better?
Yeah, this whole experience gave me a kind of clarity. When this is all over, I think I need to go it alone for a while. I can't grow into my full potential if I always fall back on you. If that's okay.
Sonic is initially taken aback, and at first, you might think it's because he doesn't want Tails to go. But in reality, it's something deeper. Sonic realizes what this moment means. His little bro, his little buddy, his right-hand man, the one who's always been there, always followed in his footsteps, is now ready to walk his own path. And that's a tough pill to swallow. Because this isn't just about Tails gaining independence, it's about change. It's about time moving forward, about things not staying the way they used to be. Sonic has always been the one charging ahead, while Tails followed close behind, always within reach. But now Tails is stepping forward on his own terms. And for Sonic, that moment must feel both incredibly proud and incredibly painful. This is growth. And growth isn't always easy. And yet, kudos to Sonic for recognizing it. He doesn't try to stop Tails. He doesn't tell him he's not ready or that he still needs him. He simply smiles, nods, and supports him. Because that's what being a true friend is. This isn't just Sonic the hero who's willing to do whatever it takes to save the world. This is Sonic the friend who will always do right by the people he cares about, no matter what it means for him personally. And honestly, this is the Sonic I wish we had from the start, but I'm glad we have him now. At the end of the day, Sonic Frontiers isn't just a new step for the franchise, it's a statement. It shows us where Sonic is going, how Tails continues to evolve, and how the series is willing to take risks. Whether those risks always pay off? Well, that's a whole other conversation. But for now, I think it's safe to say that Frontiers gave us something to chew on. However, what do you guys think? Does Frontiers actually change the perspective of Tails? Or does it feel like a forced excuse for Sonic Team to say, hey look, we're changing? Let me know in the comments. Honestly, this game gave me a lot to think about, emotionally and thoughtfully. I think I'll be rescinding my original opinion on Tails as an underrated character, and change it to be that Tails was underrated, but not anymore. But for now, thank you all for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of my new stuff. For now, keep flying high.